Give it up for the father of the bride.
Oh, man. Brian, you sure you want to go, man? We can swap it out right now.
Hey, remember we're placed in New Jersey with this.
All right, welcome everybody. Welcome. Thank you so much for everyone that is here, everyone that made it out. It really means a lot to us. You guys come from afar. Thank you to Brian and to Terry for everything you have done. Me and my wife, we appreciate you guys so much. All right, Jalen, you did all the crying for me, but I was tearing up right there. Man, where has the time gone, Giselle? I remember you at 2 years old, we would have our little dance battles in the living room, and you singing Miss Jackson by Outkast. Those were the times. Taking you on your 14th birthday for your first driving experience. And how awesome was that, right? You remember that. To a few years later, driving on the actual road and still driving like you were driving a go-kart. But that's cool. Those are some good times. And on my days off, I would wake Giselle up on Saturdays when I would come from work. I would wake her and her brother up and like, come on, let's go to the park. Let's go work out. Let's go, do something, exercise. And Giselle hated running so much. And little that I knew, I was training Marine. I didn't even know that. This was 15 years old, and she's like, Dad, I'm like, come on, you gotta run, you gotta do this, you gotta do that. And man, God works in some ways, man, because a few years later, she's like, I wanna be a Marine. And at the time, her mother and I really didn't agree, but it wasn't stopping Giselle. And that's Giselle for you, once she has her mind set on something, she's gonna push forward for it. And even if we say no, she's gonna just go right over us and just go for it. She has that drive, and I knew she was serious at the age of 18, and she came up to me, she's like, Dad, Mom and Dad, I enlisted, and she did her thing, and I'm so proud of her. Her mother and I are so proud of her. We knew at that time she was ready. I knew at the time she was ready. And let me turn this back on. But yeah, Marine, Mom and I are so proud of you. When I first met Andrew, I already knew this was the guy. We met in San Diego, and we hung out at Dave & Buster's, and there were some other dudes there. I was sizing them up, and I'm just putting them next to Giselle. I'm like, nah, that's not the guy. There was a tall, goofy-looking dude, and I'm like, that definitely is not the guy. And everybody was like goofing around on the table, but when this guy walked in, everybody straightened up. And I'm like, that's the guy. I looked at Giselle and her face was lit up. And I'm like, that's definitely the guy right there. And I can tell you, share some memories that I had with Andrew, man. This dude and I, when we first met, it didn't take long for us to get along because he's a car guy. I'm a car guy. That's it. That's all, right there, zip, it's closed. We love cars, awesome dude. We shared some good times. I see that this guy he's very family oriented, loves you guys so much. Every time he would come to Jersey, he was always FaceTiming you guys. I met you guys, and I was like, I love this guy already. I see how much he loves Giselle. One time as a matter of fact, this past Christmas, Giselle was actually preparing dessert. And you didn't even know, bro. I was watching you. And we were going out to ShopRite. We went out to ShopRite to get some eggnog or something. And he was like, hey, do you mind? Can we stop by Walmart? Because I want to get Giselle a cake batter mixer or something. I'm like, what? And like, yeah, man, dude. I saw her mixing the batter with a fork. And I'm like, all right, but she's almost done. He's like, I want to get her this thing, man.
That's Filipino stuff.
Yeah, I'm telling you, exactly. So I'm like, you sure, man? He was like, yeah, I saw how much he wanted to get this thing for her. And I'm like, all right, let's go, man. And he went and he got it for her. And I saw like how much he loves my daughter. And I'm like, man, this guy is willing to go above and beyond just to make her smile and provide for her. I'm like, man, this is definitely the guy right here. So Andrew, I want to say to you, man, I love you. I welcome you to our family. And if I can leave you, oh, there you go, yeah, you want? All right. Man, you almost had me, man. If I can leave you with one thing, I just want to tell you guys that I'm very proud of you. If I can leave you with a piece of advice, always keep God in the center of your relationship. He will guide you, He will lead you in your new journey. And I just want to raise a toast for the new Mr. and Mrs. Metalak. Love you guys. All right.